this does not feel like a good Braum game. This feels like a way better Rakan game. So I like this lock-in coming through from him. This is, I think, it's his first Rakan game of the split. So it'll be interesting to see how he actually...
A little extra poke down. At the end of the day, it is Aki getting this second proc of the Raptor camp, but nicely done by Climber to keep himself alive.
Ooh, Hoya.
See, off that play, as you mentioned, Hoya might actually be in a bit of trouble. Using that taunt to proc the Aftershock, waiting for Aki to arrive. Remember, Climber does not have Flash anymore.
No Flash.
Which could mean he's in a bit of a dangerous spot, but Hoya can't join the fight just yet. And Climber and Sasa doing enough damage to him so far.
Ooh, what is YCX doing
made
here?
His way all the way from the bottom side to land that grand entrance and give first blood over to LGD. Hoya will die as an overheated Sasa is going to get himself a double kill.
Absolute goat.
I feel like overall Aki wants to make sure his bot lane has pushed in the mid lane and making sure that Satab is able to generate a little bit of extra pressure before, of course, gathering back to the top side to clear out that wave. So first objective, going over to TT, it will be that Infernal Drake, and that's going to be a slight win. Now you're going to see Satab maybe in a little bit of trouble. Goes between worlds and make sure that Equalizer doesn't slow him down.
It's just a trade of ultimates, nothing really ordinary, or nothing out of the ordinary, I should say, there, as Climber is actually going to...
Wow.
Throw down the ult, but I feel like this is
just here in Group Nirvana specifically, again a rookie from this LGD youth team from 2024. Wanted to see him take that next step, and so far having a good sense of things against Satab, generating about a 10 CS lead. As here we go, might see a little bit of a fight here as Feather has been caught out, popped the Unbreakable Will, and soaking up a lot of damage, but now it's flash away here from the Nature's Grasp. SQW looking to go forward on that Fate Seal. It's going to use that force shot here from Savior to shut him down as well. And the snipe from downtown with a deadly flourish. It's going to allow for 1xN to fall. 2 more kills in the hand.
Over the wall to secure the second one.
And so LGD's lead continues to grow here in this first game, up to almost 3,000 at this point. Seeing some more skirmishes, this time XQW getting a little bit of the better of Satab. Now YCX is here, both of his Summoner's Quickness still available. Landed that taunt beautifully.
Nice.
Onto Satab, and the Aurora will be taken down before she can jump over her own ulti. 5-0 now in the hands of LGD.
Dragon feels like a foregone conclusion, so much so that LGD are actually just not going to rush it. They're saying, we know they want to make a cross-map play. We're not going to let them. Let's march into the top side.
Now going to try to contest this Herald that has been started off by Aki. The Nature's Grasp from Climber. Just make sure that Aki can get nowhere near this objective as it ticks down towards 3,000 HP. Sasa in the wait has Equalizer available as the Herald has been secured by LGD. And that Rumble ulti combined with a Fate Seal of XQW is burning Thunder Talk down for now. But they are all still alive, at least for the time being. Feather with the Unbreakable Will. Aki flashing over the wall. Going to get burned down by the Leandries of Climber. And everybody but 1xN has dropped on Thunder Talk's side.
Ooh.
And with that, the force shot will make it an ace.
As Savior keeps finding his mark on these snipes. Yet another kill going over to Jin. But that is just one piece. Straight up slaughter by them. They get the Herald. They walk into the top side. They get all the members of Thunder Talk, as well as a mid turret, and then they're going to leave with a dragon as well. They are getting everything on the map. They're leaving no crumbs. You know, for my first game, as far as first games for casts go, Graves, this is pretty great.
All right, now great for LGD as well. They're finding another massive engage. The Wombo combo, though, from Thunder Talk is big. Maybe they stepped a little bit too far forward. Satab getting them on the board. Making sure Climber does fall. Sasa now coming in with the TP. Equalizer going to split up the fight a little bit as LGD now on the defensive. And here comes Feather, landing the headbutt pull. Hoya with a 2-man taunt. And Thunder Talk has started to answer back. A big shutdown goes the way of Aki. And now they can look for more. XQW at half HP. YCX dashes forward, but unable to find an knock-up. And now Savior is able to get a crit back. He flashes away. How much can this Jin do? Nothing after that initial kill as Satab gets himself yet another. And up.
They're probably going to try and force LGD's hand, though. Not sure how well this is actually going to work out for them. One of the advantages of a champion like Maokai is that he can just gradually throw those saplings, keep disrupting you. And Otacon is layering down a ton of damage. 1xN taken to half already.
There's a curtain call. And yeah, already it is going to be Aki chunked down to half HP. The hero's entrance still going to knock up 2, but the Fate Sealed from XQW will secure the first kill as Feather will drop. LGD now fully controlling the Otacon. They'll say thanks for the leash, pick it up for themselves, and now control that major objective.
LGD have a 6-member. Otacon Thunder Talk. This will be their second, so not really a big threat for Soul just yet, but it's got to be in the back of your mind at this point. I really like that you mentioned Climber's inventory. This is basically that's difficult for Thunder Talk to fight these LGD members, particularly at an extended period of time when that magic shred just continues to compound and be more of an issue.
Oh, by XQW. Going so aggressive. He actually catches 1XN and makes him go in with the Killer Instinct. Aki going to follow him as well. Hero's entrance coming out. Not going to find a knock-up, and the Equalizer in response from Sauce is going to start to burn Thunder Talk down a little bit more. In goes YCX with that great entrance landing, a two-man knock-up. And now the re-engage from LGD can come through. Deadly Flourish lands on Ahoya. He's the first casualty, but in comes Saytab. Between Worlds lands on to 4. But he will get shut down because he doesn't do any damn damage at this point in the game. LGD get themselves 2 kills. The cost of nobody with the Baron now spawned.
You know, initially my mind went to, what is this random currently for the side of Thunder Talk, who are just trying to defend against these, like you said, Graves, Baron-empowered minions knocking at the front door now in the mid lane. They will break down the front door. The question is, can they get those inhibitors, or will Thunder Talk hold on? It feels difficult for them because, like you said, this top side is so short range. They're not really in a position to take these longer ranged waves and even really walk up to LGD at this point with 10,000 gold separating them.
Hoya got a small objective bounty, if you want to call that consolation prize. Is now XGW is at half HP. Between Worlds going out here for Saytab to try to just keep himself alive. 1XN Killer Instinct straight into the hands of XQW, who lands 4 members with his Q3. But it's going to be that first kill going over, and Thunder Talk actually end up on the advantage at this point. 2 for 1 in that extended fight. As 1XN and Hoya actually...
LGD immediately respawn and take their 3rd one of the game without any trouble or difference. It's a difficult world to imagine where that actually goes in a successful way for them. Then again, though, we didn't think that bot lane fight was going to be a success for them either, so...
A lot of resources being burned to just try to get Feather down. I guess with Sasa on the way, the Equalizer going to help things out here. But Feathers and Hoya, 2 of the tankier members on Thunder Talk's side. Will it be enough, though, as they have really been singled out? Hoya flashes away. The sacrifice at this point should just be the Alistar. But XQW will land that Fate Shield onto both. And with 2 members down here for TT, LGD have a very good chance to at least crack it up in a couple of inhibs.
I mean, the wave is really, really big on that side of the map. They are coming into the base with a lot of minions behind them, so I'm wondering if maybe a double inhib is probably the play or more.
Let's try to clear the wave. They're going immediately onto Aki. They will take him down, but 1XN and Saytab, the big damage dealers, are still alive. However, might not be enough against the big, strong 5-man squad of LGD Gaming. 1XN flashes away from the Deadly Flourish, but the Nexus is now going to be exposed, and there's nothing that TT can do about it. LGD powering through. They should be able to knock the Nexus down and take this game #1 in dominant fashion. Flanks are going to be very important on both sides of things. Faki can get right onto this Caitlyn. It's going to be big. The MF Nautilus is a very solid team fighting 2v2.
Don't do that.
Normally the response is like a Braum.
Like you said, Sasu has to be real careful. This wave is slowly pushing in, so honestly, Aki cancels his recall. I think it's good.
Ooh, the Steadfast Presence that blocks the initial dash from Sasa. He's forced to flash away already. Aki can just follow up with a 3-talent strike of his own. Picking up first blood for TT.
Takes this dragon for free. Still has that kill advantage, so I would imagine after this, might just look to either recall or cross over mid and prepare to... So there you go. You get your Triforce, but your AD carry can't complete his cull and can't really get an item for himself ahead of this dragon. And speaking of dragon, it's spawned, and both of these teams are gravitating toward bot side.
Oh, Hoya just immediately wall-banging Savior into the wall, but on the backside of things, it's Sasa targeting 1XN, knock up on double, and there's the 3-man cyclone that comes through from Climber with this Trinity Force in hand. XQW picks up kill #2 of the fight. And Thunder Talk are forced to flee. LGD now control the Dragon Pit as a shockwave lands on XQW, and Thunder Talk want to make a bit of a trade. Thrusting card comes out, a knockup will land, and Aki will claim another kill. He flashes on out to safety as LGD have lost another man. YCX is at 300 HP, Savior at half as well. Saytab looking to chase, doesn't have that shockwave available anymore. Dredgeline from downtown will pick up feats of warfare for TT, and they're still fighting, they're still brawling, but now LGD will get right back into the win column by claiming everybody. A delayed ace for them, as now they will finally pick up the Drake as their prize.
And it's an extended fight. It's a messy team fight at the end of the day, Graves, but still, it is LGD coming out on top. They will claim their first dragon of the game. You can see that XQW actually slightly cancels his recall just so that he's present around that part of the map. And yeah, free Herald, but what's going to come after it?
He lands the knock up on YCX. He does have his flash. Going to try to get to the pit as quickly as possible, but will not be able to. As Satab gets kill number 2. So ThunderTalk get a small consolation.
Oh, hang on. What is going on?
Like CW's back. Teleport's going to come in from Sasa, and Climber's on the way. Doesn't have the Cyclone, and a Realm Warp is here. XQW just going to get hooked.
Oh, hang on.
He should not have taken that ulti in, as Hoya going to be the one to claim the kill, and now the target can't be Sasa. Here's the heroic charge. There's all the damage, all the crowd control that you need to take that Mbessa down, as TT find themselves 2 kills onto the solo laners.
And this is the pro lane. And now LGD, they're forced to make a play mid to try and break down this turret. They'll be successful, but look, there's a fight possibly.
Oh, 1xN though. He gets targeted by Climber, who immediately dashes upon him. Going to survive though with the peel of the Nautilus. Aki going to survive a little bit, but it will eventually go down. Keeper's Verdict will knock away one, but already 2 members have gone down on ThunderTalk's side. So LGD find themselves a nice play and resulted in that fight being lost here for LGD. It was a moment in time in that game, Quacks, where TT felt like they had a lot of momentum, and now we're right back to even footing with this first Hextech Drake being spawned.
And it is just this part of the river owned by LGD, though you can see Hoya. Let's see what he does.
Oh, flash heroic charge onto YCX. That's a Braum, gonna be pretty tanky as Climber gonna get sent in with the Realm Warp, but he gets immediately crowd control knocked up. And now 1xN getting targeted by the poke execution. In comes the flash in from Climber to lock down the MF. Feather should drop as well, and already it's 2-0 in favor of LGD. But the rest of the fight could go well for them as Satab finds the first kill onto the Wukong, but he gets taken down by XQW. Now it is the top side of the map for TT to try to save it for them, and they do so already. Keeper's Verdict doesn't connect. Savior's still in the back line, but right now Hoya and Aki are ripping apart Sasa.
Savior?
The 3 talent strike connects. Savior is going to not go down. No, he does. Hockey gets the kill. It's a double for the Xin, and somehow ThunderTalk win 4 for 3.
And that ends up going the way of ThunderTalk.
Hoya and Aki, some of the more criticized players over this past calendar year in the LPL, really stepping up here in that last team fight, as they are now the big playmakers, the big winners for this team. And the Dragon actually was never taken. It's secured by Aki.
What's going on?
But now Climber has taken the Hex Gate over the wall. XQW has been caught out as Satab is looking to chase him down. But in comes the flank on the other side. Cyclone will land onto 3, and the depth charge will knock people up. But the bullet time comes through from 1xN, but it's not able to take a kill just yet, as Aki's actually the first one to fall. Climber is ticking dangerously low, burning down, but will survive.
He'll be able to recall. To knock him away, so he just decides to leave. He does Poppy a favor, saves her the energy of having to swing that giant hammer. That's double her height. But nonetheless, it is an Otacon claim for ThunderTalk, so a massive advantage is, ooh.
Oh, Realm Warp!
What are we doing?
People just sent under the tier 1 without a wave, and somehow it's gonna work! Satab already going down!
What?
And they just get time. As the Otacon's already melting those resistances as the teleport comes in from Sasa. No public execution available on the Mbessa. Will be a big engaged tool off the table. That Otacon's down at 4,000 HP.
No way in.
Hoya with the Keeper's Verdict going to send a Climber out and make sure that objective is secured by Aki on the Xin Zhao.
What just happened?
XQW giveth, XQW taketh away. These Realm Warps have been insane, man. Some for the better, some for the worse. Should never have worked out there. That didn't get a kill off of Satab.
So it's difficult for LGD to fight this, I think, in a proper way. He's trying to divide it a little bit, but still, that's within hitting range.
Only knocking away the Braum, but it still has a numbers advantage. Hook lands here onto XQW, but not going to take enough damage. Who's going to get the Dragon? Secured by Climber, but he goes down to the MF. 1-0 in favor of TT so far. The Realm Warp gets canceled. XQW and Savior will both drop as it's another kill picked up for Satab, and TT can march towards the Baron. They take it slowly. I thought maybe Sasa was going to go in to try to farm a clip. Not going to happen. Going to be Aki smiting this one away. Hoya also claiming the bot lane tier 1. Gold swing now in favor of TT. Satab nearly either approaching the Zanyas or the Death Cap, whichever one he may please after this reset. But right now, TT have inner turrets in their eyes. A lot of standing gold currently on the map. And again, with the ability to play grouped up really well in the 5v5s, becomes very difficult unless LGD find a flank, and they're looking for that just right now with XQW and Climber coming through with the Realm Warp. They're just trying to stall out time. They know that Hoya's on the way. Another ult here from Sasa does not connect, but Climber has come in with the Cyclone, but it is all too late as Satab picks him up. XQW on the backline has 0 chance. That's just a double kill already picked up here for the Ori. XQW gonna get one back. He goes golden, but will eventually go down to Aki. He pops the sad beast, says thank you for your time, and ThunderTalk will control the fight.
And is it a flank if the enemy team knows they're getting flanked, Grapes? I think not, as Thunder Talk just eviscerate LGD's attempt at trying to turn this game around. It was a last-ditch effort, but now the only ones in a ditch are LGD, as their inhib on that bot side will be taken. The supers will be pouring to, you know, kind of turn this team around. Would he be the guy that could succeed Beichuan after he got called up to BLG? Need to try and look for a strategy that isn't that as this is something that I think is nice from Caitlyn, just kind of denying that siege. And now that you don't have Baron empowered minions, it will be a bit difficult for you to actually fully push in that wave. It's just a question of if LGD can actually stall out long enough.
What is he doing? He's just sitting all the way under the tower, gets chunked really low and has to flash away.
Or it just yet, but yeah, a bit of a scary misplay there from the Thunder Talk top laner. Almost costs him his life. Deal damage onto the backline. And you can see he's playing it super cautiously, so much to the point where I think Thunder Talk just get this Baron. I don't really think there's a way for LGD to enter this pit.
Six are trying. Climber is as well. Already a Keeper's Verdict knocking away the Braum, and XQW just face tanking for now, but already Hoya has dropped. In goes Climber with the ultimate on the backline, and finally the perfect execution connects, and it is going to be a public death at that. Another kill picked up for Sasa. LGD somehow are going to just completely wipe the floor with TT off of a beautiful engage from Sasa and Climber. Feather, the only remaining survivor. Is that the end of the series?
You can't see me currently because my cam is not active on the screen. My mouth is open right now. I am absolutely amazed as Sasa is okay, thank God. He's going to win the 1v1 against the support. What? Hang on. No, go back. Wait, wait. What?
It doesn't matter what Sasa's doing. The game is just going to end. LGD were held in their own base for so long.